A machine produces chocolates at a constant rate. So anytime I see constant rate, constant speed, same speed, I know we're talking about equivalent ratios here. In 42 minutes, the machine produces 7 pounds of chocolate. Before I move on, I'm going to write that down because that is really important. 42 minutes, 7 pounds, because there's a relationship between these two things. I'm writing them as a ratio. In 42 minutes, this machine makes 7 pounds of chocolate. All right. How long in minutes, so we don't know how many minutes, will it take for the machine to produce 9 pounds of chocolate? So when you set up equivalent ratios, the labels need to match up, right? So if I have minutes in the numerator over here, then I need to also put minutes in the numerator on my right side. So I don't know how many minutes, so I'm going to put a question mark, or if you guys are using a variable, that's great also. I don't know how many minutes, but I know the pounds. So in the denominator, I have pounds. This question is asking me about 9 pounds of chocolate. Before I even start to solve, I want to make sure my answer makes sense. So if it takes 42 minutes to make 7 pounds, it better take more than 42 minutes to make 9 pounds, right? I'm making more chocolate, so obviously it's going to take me more minutes. So just keep that in mind and make sure your answer ends up being a number that's more than 42, because if it's not, it doesn't make any sense, okay? So now when we're solving equivalent ratios, we're looking for a relationship between the numbers. So I could try to get from 7 to 9, but I'll have to multiply by a decimal. I don't want to do that. But I realized that to go from 7 to 42, I can do times 6. So now I just have to do the same thing on the other side. And so my arrow is going to go the same way, right? I'm starting at 9. I'm trying to get to the minutes. So because my arrows are going the same way, see how this arrow is starting from bottom going to the top. Same thing on the right side. My arrow is starting at the 9 going to the top. So because they're going the same way, I do the same thing. So I did times 6 on the left. I'm going to do times 6 on the right. So I get 9 times 6, which equals 54, which means that it will take me 54 minutes to produce 9 pounds of chocolate.